It's the end of the Mugabe era. After much back and forth, the Zimbabwean president has resigned. Zimbabwe's Emerson Mnangagwa, whose sacking as vice president sparked the crisis that led to Robert Mugabe's resignation, could be named as the country's new leader. Mugabe was in power since the country's independence in 1980. This ends his 37-year-old rule. The announcement came while the impeachment proceedings were underway during a joint session of the country's parliament. Mugabe had earlier refused to resign despite the military takeover of the country.
We are celebrating and we encourage Zimbabweans to work as family of friends and pursue economic development. Enough is enough, and now is the time we must draw a line that enhances our country to become one of the great nations in the world.
I'm very, very happy down to earth. Say it again. I'm very, very happy down to earth. You know, this dictator, I can't even
overstayed his welcome.
Today is an independent for us Zimbabweans. We are happy.
21 November, we're celebrating independence. We've been in bondage for this Robert Mugabe. It's high time we thank God that he's gone.
Yes.
A bright future because we have all it takes to have the best of economy in the world.
Yes.
We have the minerals, we've got the land, we have got the skills, we've got learned people, our people are educated, and our people are hard workers. You can see how they work. They work in America, they work in South Africa. They are the best breed. Even if they are cleaners, they clean the best.
Yes.
So what do you expect from such kind of people?
Yes.
Right, in their own country? Given the opportunity that have been given today, we thank the Lord for that.
Amen.
Robert Mugabe took his time before he decided to hand in his resignation. But what made Mugabe take the decision? Sources tell WION that Robert Mugabe has struck a deal under which he and his wife get legal immunity. Also, the Mugabes get to retain the property that they have across Zimbabwe. It is also understood that Robert Mugabe has decided to refrain from any political activity henceforth. British Prime Minister Theresa May has said that Robert Mugabe's resignation on Tuesday gave Zimbabwe an opportunity to forge a new path free of the oppression that characterized his rule, and declared Britain stood ready to help. Adding to British Prime Minister's call for free and fair elections, Britain's Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson welcomed Mugabe's decision.
Well, of course, we have to wait and see exactly how this unfolds, but at first sight, this is a moment of hope for Zimbabwe and for the people of Zimbabwe. For 37 years, they've been languishing under the rule of a despot who impoverished their country. And what we hope now is that this will be a turning point, a moment when they can go forward to free, fair, democratic elections next year. And that's what we will be encouraging together with the rest of our friends and partners in the region.
U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson has welcomed Mugabe's resignation and congratulated the people of Zimbabwe for raising their voice and setting themselves onto a new path. The United States has said that Mugabe's exit has offered the country's people a historic opportunity for change and could help end its isolation on the world stage.
What we saw today, the resignation of Robert Mugabe, is a historic opportunity and historic moment for the people of Zimbabwe. The people of Zimbabwe have firmly voiced their desire for a new era to bring an end to Zimbabwe's isolation and allow the country to rejoin the international community. The future of Zimbabwe, though, has to be determined by the people of that country. We look forward to and hope for free and fair elections. What they will do in the meantime is what we hope. We continue to urge unwavering respect for the rule of law and for established democratic practices. Whatever the short-term arrangements that the government may set up, we are not entirely certain just yet, but we anticipate that it'll lead to free and fair elections.